Hello everyone, my name is John Sims. Welcome to my YouTube channel if you're checking it out. I'm going to try to start doing some maybe useful videos, things that I've screwed up that I've had to read a ton to find out. But this is actually my first build video I'm ever going to make. This is the Razor5. It is a little bit out of prototype, but it's a super brand new frame. I found it actually on the RC group forums, but by a guy named Kevin. He developed it, originally had Armatron making them, but now he actually has, I think CNC Madness is who's doing the cutting for him now. So just got this in a couple of days ago, still waiting on the PDB, so I went ahead and put the motors on. I think next I'm going to go ahead and throw our little bees on here. We're of course running red bottom 2205 2300 kV motors by Emax Racing Series. Super tight build, as you can see. We've actually, the cage will come back off because turns out part of the base of the cage is of course the PDB and the flight controller. So we'll be taking these two sets of spacers out. I'll put the PDB down on top of one of them. Potentially I have another set of spacers. I may actually pull those out so I can get even closer down to the carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is conductive, so we will make sure we're not touching anything. Then I will use one of these spacers, potentially even bigger one, because I am new to Tyrannus and will be using a XSR receiver. So in S-bus mode I can get 16 channels out of it, like I need that on here, but hey, it's nice to have. And it's a super tiny receiver, so I'm actually going to try to sandwich those between the boards. We'll see. It may not work. I also had an epiphany. The PDB that I'm using has a built-in Minimosd, and of course, if you've ever used Minimosd, you have to unplug the cords off the flight controller first before you can use your USB. That's annoying, and I forgot that this thing actually has the flight controller, again, a Seriously Pro Racing F3, which I am going to show you how to flash, actually has 1, 2, and 3 UARTs. So it makes it basically so I can use UART 2 and be able to keep from having to unplug the USB every time. It's going to be awesome. At least I hope that's how it works in theory. We'll see. I highly recommend these. These are fantastic controllers. Some people say they've had issues with them and crashes. I mean, I've crashed my other one on my red bottom and not a single issue. But anyway, you'll be watching this video. This is the intro. Again, I'm going to tear all this back down, and I am not going to show you how to solder. I think if you're watching a video like this, you don't need somebody patronizing you and you know, showing you how to solder. If you don't know how to solder, a build like this is probably not where you want to go first anyway. You want a larger, maybe 250 or even 300, just so you'll be able to not make errors. And you're going to make errors to begin with. Weak solder joints is the #1 killer, and especially between your ESC and your motor and then the flight controller and the PDB. Those have to be solid, because if not, of course, you fall out of the air. So anyway, here it is. We're going to start the build, and I hope you enjoy.